Okay, in your experience, what are the biggest fears your clients have investing in Brazil?
Well, there are several fears. I've spoken to institutional investors like family offices in the US and UK, and I've spoken to high net worth individuals, and also, sole traders who want to go and set up a business in Brazil. And their fears, the biggest fear is exchange rate. We've seen the exchange rate, let's say from 4 years ago, it was about 2 to the dollar, 2 reals to the dollar. Now it's 3.5, was 4 earlier this year. So those kind of fluctuations they make people procrastinate quite a lot. Like, when's the right time to get in? What's my net return going to be? Even if I get local growth in Brazil, what will I really do if I convert it back to sterling or dollars? So exchange rate is the biggest single fear. And a lot of people say, well, how long is this political thing going to drag on for? People flag that because it's very, very opaque. And there are so many members of parliament implicated in the political scandal, which also involves Petrobras, the biggest oil company.
Okay.
And those are two biggest areas of concern.
Okay. And is there anything you can do to mitigate those?
Well, with currency, I get people asking me all of the time, when's the right time to bring pounds or dollars into Brazil? And it's a very dangerous game to predict the right timing, because when you make that decision, the next day it could deteriorate more, it could move in your favor, you never know. So what I say is, in terms of making sensible decisions, I say work out the time frame for making your particular transaction or acquisition, and then phase it in. Phase in tranches of 2, 3, 4, depending on how big the transfer is, and to an extent live with the consequences, because if you're investing in Brazil, that does suggest you're operating on a higher risk profile anyway.
I understand.
Yeah.
So where do you think the real is going to go?
Well, over what, this year or the next?
The next 5 years.
Next 5 years? Okay, well, there's so many factors influencing it. I'm putting myself out there a little bit. I think in 5 years it would have strengthened significantly, maybe not back to record levels, but I think it will strengthen. Having said that, a lot of people, we're in April 2016 now, a lot of people said the real dollar would be around 4.5. It's actually strengthening over the last couple of weeks to 3.6. So again, as I said, it's there's so many factors, like the perception of where we are in terms of regime change, and the oil price, Chinese demand, which obviously affects things like demand for mining products and oil. So there's so many geopolitical factors at play. But I'd say that it will strengthen. Let me be a little bit vague and say significantly over the next 5 years, but not to record levels.
Okay.
Yeah.